Yo, what's going on, my buddies? TotalJophes coming at you with some pretty interesting news and updates from the gaming and entertainment world. Alright, well, there's a couple of things that I'm going to be wanting to talk about here. 4 things in particular. So we'll start with the one that hits closest to home. And that is, after 13 years, GameTrailers is shutting down. Now, as a collective gaming fan base, let's just take a moment of silence. Okay, now, I know that this is probably pretty devastating news to a lot of you, because a lot of you guys, like myself, well, I mean, you try to keep up to date with everything in the gaming world. You watch trailers, you read reviews, you try to find more info on, the latest games and events and whatnot. And GameTrailers was an amazing hub for that sort of thing. And I guess just with the rise of things like YouTube and, social media, other places, everywhere else that this sort of information is spreading, I guess there's just no room for GameTrailers anymore. The website, not the actual trailers. But, yeah, fans of GameTrailers.com, myself included, it's over, guys. Which, it really makes me sad to say that, but oh well, I guess, nothing we can do about it, and, I mean, it really pains me to say that, but I really don't have a choice but to move on, I guess. On the bright side, at least there is still other places for us to get this sort of information. So, at least it's not the end of the world. Right, so, this second one, I have no doubts that if you guys watch pretty much anything on YouTube, you've heard of. Because pretty much everybody on YouTube has said something about it. And that's the motherfucking Fine Bros. Oh, where to even begin? Is somehow you guys haven't heard about this yet? The Fine Bros, which, they're YouTube stars, they have, shit tons of videos out there, and they specialize in react videos, where they take a certain, category of people, like kids, or elders, or teenagers, so on and so forth, and they have them react to different things. Like, a few examples were, gay marriage being legalized, weird YouTube videos, interesting music videos or artists in general, things like that. And the thing is, the Fine Brothers are not the only kinds of people that do that. There are plenty of other YouTube stars, or even outside of YouTube, just plenty of people in general that make react videos. But the Fine Bros, these fucking pieces of shit, decided to go and try to trademark and copyright reaction videos. Reaction videos. They want you to give them a cut of the profit because you're taking their idea of reacting to things. Now, thankfully, they did stop that shit. They had this whole big program called React World that they were going to try to get up and running, so on and so forth. But, fortunately, they took that back. They saw the unbelievable fan and just community in general backlash. And, I mean, they lost something like 100,000 subscribers, maybe more. And, I mean, the people spoke. They knew that this shit was not going to fly. And so the Fine Bros stopped that shit. But my quick thoughts on this, for one, they could try to sit there and say that they had good intentions the whole time, which, yes, they did try to say. They apologized and said, oh, well, we had good intentions with the whole thing. We weren't going to use it for, anything bad. No. Just stop right fucking there. You cannot do that sort of thing with good intentions. You are literally doing that to get money from it and telling other people they can't do it unless they consult you first. And, I mean, they tried to say something like, they're just doing their own, they're trying to, copyright their own style of reaction videos, but they tried to copyright react the word react. And they targeted people that had been doing this shit before them, and people that had nothing to do with them whatsoever. They targeted fucking Ellen DeGeneres. I mean, for God's sake, you really think she was watching your fucking videos and went, you know what? I'm gonna do what they're doing. No, she probably just came up with that shit on her own. I mean, yeah, she's probably not the first person to come up with that shit either. But you don't see her trying to go around and copyright that shit. That's bullshit. Now, I don't want to get onto too much of a tangent here, but yeah, those are my thoughts. I think they were full of shit trying to say that it was for the good of people or whatever. And I think it was fucking stupid that they even tried to do that in the first place. And I am so happy the people spoke out about this and that shit got taken down fast. Alright, now, this next subject's kind of a weird one, but it's one that the gaming industry and just gaming as a whole has seen over and over and over again, and that is fucking religious nutjobs targeting video games and saying something horrible like they're ruining their religion or making fun of their gods or yada 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 yada. And first and foremost, I just need to say one thing. It is a fucking piece of media. It is just for entertainment, and that is it. It's not some sort of hate message. It's not some sort of belittling of your people or anything. It's a fucking piece of media. It is a video game. It is meant for entertainment. People are only going to play it and either like it and hate it. Not change their viewpoints on your fucking religion. Not start, I don't know, making some sort of anti-religion or anything that these fucking weirdos say. But this guy, Rajan Zed, something like that, he's pretty big in the Hindu community, I believe. And he came out and started attacking Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final. And, I mean, again, it's a fucking video game. Really? Apparently, it's depicting their god Krishna, the Hindu god Krishna. But, I mean, realistically, it's Shin Megami Tensei. They do religious shit all the time! That is not the first religious figure or creature or whatever that has been in that fucking game series. And this guy's going off like it's some sort of gigantic deal? I mean, really? If anybody has anything to say, I honestly would have expected it to be the Christians, because if you ever played that series, it kind of does almost seem anti-Christian at times, but once again, it's a fucking piece of media. Even if it was somehow anti-Christian, it's just a video game. But not to say that it's anti-Christian. I highly doubt it is. But realistically, I could actually almost be okay with the Christians getting offended. But this guy's just getting offended? No. Get the reasons for this. Because Krishna's wearing a fedora. And fedoras are, like, associated with gangsters or some shit. Because Krishna's skin is the wrong color. Because he's got brown skin and he's supposed to have blue skin. And I think another thing was, right. It was the mere fact that you can control him in the game. That you can use him. It's a fucking video game! It's a fucking video game. That's what you do. You usually control people. And yeah, so this time it just happens to be a god? So fucking what? He got pissed off saying, that's anti-Hindu because, the Hindu gods control the people. They leave their destinies in the hands of the gods, and that's not how it's supposed to be. You can't control them. And it's like, dude, it's a fucking video game. Come on. But, I mean, realistically, these motherfuckers are just doing this for the fucking media attention to try to, get people to hear about their cause, and idiots that actually believe this kind of shit are gonna flock to them, and this shit just pisses me off. I absolutely hate when people that know nothing about the gaming industry start making it this gigantic object to be hated on for whatever purpose that they want, be it, trying to outlaw guns, saying that video games make people violent so they go shoot people. Or, for instance, this, trying to strengthen the religion by saying games are anti-religion. I mean, it really serves whatever purpose they ever come up with. I know the SJWs always target video games for that sort of shit. I mean, yeah, I'll admit, a lot of games really have some girls in some questionable clothing, but it's a fucking video game! It's not a big deal! It's not real! What does it matter? But all these SJWs are like, oh, that's dehumanizing women, it's dehumanizing gay people, it's doing this, it's doing that, and oh my god, they piss me off so much. I mean, yes, sure, some video games can go a little far. Hatred comes to mind. If you look up what video game that is, that one does come to mind on games going a little too far. I don't support that one. But when it's just a bunch of girls flopping around in bikinis and their tits are just flying all over the place, really? I mean, that's not that big of a deal. That's not hurting anybody. Who's that really hurting? I mean, I can understand this kind of shit if it was like in, movies, if only, really fit, curvy actresses were being casted and, the not-so-fit, curvy actresses were being left out, then I'd be pissed. I'd be like, oh, that's not equal. I want equality. I want these girls to have equal rights, so on and so forth. This is a video game. These girls aren't real. What the fuck does it matter what they look like? Now, before I get too much into that, I'll get to my final subject here. You might have already guessed it considering I started talking about SJWs, but, yeah. For those of you who don't know what the Twitter Trust and Safety Council is, it's going to basically be trying to censor what you say on Twitter. Censor your free speech, the thing that is not supposed to happen because, that's your right, is to free speech, but yeah, these guys, they're trying to make Twitter a safe and equal place for everybody, so some things are going to be censored. And who they hired to help with this shit? Anita fucking Sarkeesian. That god-awful SJW biatch that goes way too far with these feminist rights. And it's like, okay, yes, I agree with some feminist things. Obviously, I think that women should get paid equally. I think, they should be equal everywhere else. So on and so forth. I do not think they should get special treatment, just like I do not think that men should get special treatment. I think they should be equal. Anita Sarkeesian wants women to get special treatment. She wants them to be held up on some sort of pedestal, like there's some sort of god and you can't say a goddamn thing about them, or else you're spouting some sort of blasphemy. This crazy-ass bitch is all over the news and social media as being this fucking psychotic feminazi. And it is just insane that they actually thought hiring this biatch would do anything good. I mean, it just blows my mind, honestly, that people are buying into this kind of shit. But, whatever, it is what it is. People will probably backlash on that. People will backlash on the Rajan Zed thing. People did backlash on the Fine Bros. The people are not going to sit here forever. I know I'm not. Look up Alpha Omega Sin. He talks about a lot of this shit. That is a smart motherfucker right there, and he knows what he's talking about. Go look up his videos. Trust me, he only has good things to say. Not to mention, he's a hilarious motherfucker, too. But, yeah. Those are just some of, some latest gaming and entertainment news for you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Leave some comments in the comment section down below. Tell me your opinions on these sorts of new subjects, and telling me what sort of videos you want me to make, any sort of news you guys found that I don't know. Leave a like on this video and be sure to subscribe for future videos because I will be uploading multiple videos every week. Sorry about that break, guys. I know I was away for about a week and a half. That's just kind of what happens when your computer has issues. Oh well. But I am back, baby. So, until next time, stay pretty, my buddies.